Hello again, and welcome back to Cool Media. This is Adam, and I am fulfilling a request that was made back during Halloween. There was a suggestion that was propped up to check out a horror game called Clive Barker's Undying. Now, I had never heard of this game until it was brought up to me, mainly because of the fact that anyone who's followed my videos for long enough knows that I've never been much of a PC player. In fact, up to this point, the only times I worked the PC were for a couple of indie games that were sent my way. But as you can see by the image on screen right there, we're talking about a major release coming from EA of all places. This was at the point when EA was actually taking chances with some unique content. Well, I managed to find this on GOG. It's been my resource for a lot of the old PC games. And let's go ahead and check it out. Okay. Now, the requester suggested that I try playing this on the hardest difficulty, but I made it perfectly clear in previous videos that I am not comfortable with PC gaming, so I'll probably just stick with normal in that case. Let's see what it says here. The masterful author who brought you the Hellraiser films and countless successful horror novels tries his hand at video games with this creepy, haunting saga. Set in the early 1920s, the action takes place in the Irish countryside and revolves around a plagued fellow by the name of Patrick Galloway. Full of terrifying twists and turns, the game follows Galloway as he's haunted by specters, an ailment that will slowly drive him to the brink of insanity over the course of the game's many chapters. He'll have both magic and some powerful weaponry to help him through his journey, but as the plot thickens, so does the level of difficulty. Well, duh. Blending fever-pitch action with a deep, thorough story, Clive Barker's Undying is chilly enough to keep you up at night and addicting enough to occupy you for weeks. Well, that's definitely an effective pitch, as was the pitch from the guy who suggested it. Let's go ahead and check it out. Some good chilly music right here. Left mouse to fire weapons, right mouse to fire spells. Okay, so I can actually use both at once without having to switch between them. That's pretty cool. Yeah. The guy who suggested this recommends playing on nightmare difficulty, but because I am not at all comfortable with PC controls, and this is not one of those games that has controller support, I'm gonna stick with medium.
I'm tired of traveling, or fighting superstition in its many manifestations. Even though it was me who chose to debunk folklore and mysticism. Little did I know I'd end up being labelled as Patrick Galloway, the man with endless occult knowledge. Before I knew it, people all over the world paid me to investigate all kinds of weird things. As long as they paid me, I'd look into it. Funny thing though, the more I saw, the more I believe there are forces beyond our control. Creatures not explainable in any human terms. Things that make my skin crawl. I fled from Ireland and hung around Paris and London with no real purpose till the Great War started. I joined a special unit whose job it was to squelch the fears of the superstitious farm boys who made up the fighting ranks. The Trasanti were the biggest pains. The commanding officer, Jeremiah Covenant, led our unit on the hunt for their camp. We were ambushed. They came streaming out of the woods, waving swords and howling like banshees. I saw their leader holding a strange stone over his head, yelling weird words in a strange tongue. And just when he was gonna pull the trigger, he glared right at me. A bright green flash came from his hand, and it bowled me over as my gun went off. I woke up in a hospital bed with severe burns. They told me Jeremiah and the unit had gone on without me, but he'd given me the shaman stone to keep. I hadn't given any of this much thought until I came back here to find this letter that Jeremiah wrote me almost 6 months ago, asking me to come back to Ireland and help him out. This is not something I'm dying to do, for it may mean the death of me. He saved my life though, so I owe it to him. Just hope it's not too late.
Okay, F3 to access journals. Each time I passed fate from memory, fate has a terrible habit of reawakening me. Most often, the unpleasant name of Otto Kessinger is the vehicle of remembrance, but not today. My old friend and commanding officer in the Great War, Jeremiah Overman. Why do they have to go with this? Jeremiah Covenant. Why do they have to go with goofy font like this? Why can't it just be something easily readable? Has sent word. It has been years since I heard from him. His letter came whilst I was away, sitting unopened for nearly 6 months. My joy at reading his name was quickly replaced by sorrow, then by fear. Jeremiah has fallen ill and requires my assistance at his estate in Ireland. I have not set foot on Irish soil since poor Gwendolyn's death, and I did not think anything could make me return. Could I have been responsible for her death? Being legally exiled from my homeland was painful, but nothing in comparison to my memories. How did she end up on the floor? How could so much blood come without a sound? How was that knife in my hand? And why was Kessinger suddenly nowhere to be found? But Jeremiah saved my life, and I cannot deny any requests he would make. The necessity of my presence is somewhat vague, as his letter at times was incoherent. He speaks of his sickness as a family illness no medicine can cure. Regardless, I will go to my friend. I have booked passage on a steamliner leaving tomorrow, arriving in 4 days' time. I hope I am not recognized by the authorities. I hope I'm not too late. Okay. At least this one gives the option of using the arrow keys for movement. I know the WASD keys have become typical these days, but I guess this just seems to make more sense using the arrow keys instead. And for a game from 2001, this actually still looks pretty good. Quite a level of detail, especially with the rats and things like that. Okay, there's the spell.
I'm Patrick Galloway, a friend of Jeremiah's. Sorry it took me so long to get here. His letter said it was most urgent.
Jeremiah is beginning to think that the letter never arrived in your hands. He's been quite anxious to see you. We've all been quite worried. Jeremiah is now bedridden. Follow me and I'll show you to his living quarters. I apologize for the look of the house, but there's only a skeleton crew of servants now. Jeremiah let go of everyone else, and the house is much too large for us to clean. Because we've lost electricity to most parts of the house, we can only maintain the living quarters. This family's had so much tragedy. I hope you can help him.
Jammed.
Wonder if this is one of those games. Whoa. Okay, I guess I just met one of the specters. Well, that's a clear sign that this is by Clive Barker.
Jammed.
They had to have someone who looked like a Cenobite. Okay. I guess that's the way onward. What about this door?
Jammed.
Patrick, you made it.
At your service, Jeremiah. Sorry for the delay, but I've been abroad. What happened to you?
It seems I've come under the watchful eye of the Reaper, my friend. It's been a long time, hasn't it?
Apparently too long.
Patrick, I came back from the war only to find my entire estate in disarray. My brother Aaron disappeared first, and then my sister Bethany. My declining health is a result of an old war wound, and unfortunately, the symptoms are irreversible. I didn't summon you here to watch me die. I need your help.
Anything I can do. Just name it.
Strange events began happening around the manor. After thinning out my staff, they ransacked my estate, taking whatever they could carry. The rest of the help was quick to follow, as they feared rumors of my family's curse. I can't help but think it's more than a coincidence that strange happenings have increased since I've been back from the war. I want to get to the bottom of this, but I'm just too weak to investigate it myself. I'm relying on you to step in for me.
Of course, Jeremiah. The only reason I risk coming back here is to assist you however I can.
My thanks to you, Patrick.
What the hell was that?
Sounds like it came from downstairs.
I'll check it out. Lock the door behind me.
Okay, is it Pinhead or is it the Candyman? And I know Clive Barker has done a whole lot more stories, but hey, those are the two that actually spring to mind immediately. All right.
Stuck.
Okay, that door's still locked.
Jammed.
That's not encouraging.
Jammed. Jammed.
Before you remark on how stilted my movement is, keep in mind, like I said, I am not comfortable with PC controls. It would have been nice if this had controller support, but it doesn't. Not even the GOG version.
Won't budge.
Okay.
Won't
Alright, I'm
budge.
guessing that I'm going to be funneled in a very specific direction. This game isn't that open-ended. It would be a real shame to render all this architecture only to just funnel me from spot to spot.
Can you describe what you can only see? As the bonds of flesh are broken, the world becomes apparent.
Who is this? Peeves from Harry Potter? Alright, where's the other one? There he is. Oh shit. Nice level of detail, even. sounded like it grabbed attention. And then, okay, I just left footprints. That's cool. Sound design is very good. I forgot what was the control for using my healing packs. F and V for switching among inventory items, or left and right brackets, and enter to use. Okay, that's. Okay, so the healing packs don't automatically heal right away. Yeah, that was a good shot. The healing packs don't heal immediately right away. They take a moment to actually get full effect. And it looks like this is a game where you could save anywhere. Now, a lot of horror games penalize you if you save too much or something and things like that. I wouldn't put it past this game to be one of those. Okay. Got this door here and got that spiral staircase. And also the door over there. Let's check this first. Okay,
Stuck.
locked. This door.
Stuck.
That's also locked. I guess it's a spiral staircase. Damn it! Shoot! Like I said, I'm not comfortable with PC controls.
Oh, help me, Patrick!
I know I shouldn't have to hit the healing items so hard this early. Hold it.
Can you describe what you can only see? As the bonds of flesh are broken, the world becomes apparent.
I don't get it. What does that spell do? And why the hell am I back here? Did I fail to hit a checkpoint or something? on! Okay, what's the reload button? Weapon action, I'm guessing that's for reload. Yeah. Oh, come on. Come on! Okay, what is this? Some kind of night vision mode or something? Whoa. Come on.
Help me, Patrick! Fall damage. But it doesn't help that my health is so low. Those beasts were after me.
What in God's name were those things?
They're called howlers. And while I've never seen one before tonight, I've heard of them for years.
Those weren't natural, my friend. We're fighting more than superstitions here.
Perhaps I was being naive not to tell you, but there might be something more sinister at work here. When I was a boy, I encountered something I can't quite explain. You see, there was this isle of standing stones that sits just off the estate. Someone had carved a sigil into each of the stones, something indiscernible. Father had many books on the occult, one of which contained a sketch of that very symbol. I took my brothers and sisters out to the island and read from my father's book.
Well, what happened?
Something answered. The ocean began to boil, and a great wind whipped against us as we stood in the circle, and my siblings huddled to the ground in fear. Eventually, the wind died, and the sea settled. Patrick, I know it sounds like the ravings of a dying man, but I believe those standing stones had something to do with this. What has once been a taint upon this family has now begun to manifest itself.
But you told me you're dying. Doesn't this curse end with you?
Who knows? My brothers and sisters are dead, but I don't think they're really gone. I've heard some servants whispering. They think they've seen Lisbeth on the estate. My family has come for me. I sense them, Patrick. By now, you and I know the supernatural exists. You saw the Howlers. And what about our encounters with the Tersante during the war? You still even carry the Gelzebah stone with you.
It's a token of the shaman's life I took. That's all.
I found a scroll with a picture of the Gelzebah on it. I believe it contains the way to awaken the stone's dormant power.
Very well. Let me study this scroll overnight, and I'll see what I can do in the morning.
This house still hides many secrets. I'm counting on you to reveal them and put an end to this mess.
Alright, so I'm healed up. Surely I could get some healing items again. Now, is it a case in which I can only saving is by checkpoint? I wouldn't be at all surprised if that were the case. But when it comes to PC games, you should be able to save whenever you want. Okay, so can't deface the environment, or at least not like that. I can leave bullet holes in the walls, but nothing more than that.
Have you noticed anything strange going on?
Apparently, Elizabeth's room was broken into last night during the commotion.
Where's her room?
Just down the hall from here. It's quite a mess.
Let's get caught up on those journal entries. What, I can't go back? Can't go back and see some of the journal entries I passed up?
Stuck. Locked.
Okay, you need the room key.
Jammed. Stuck.
Door after door won't open.
Tell me what you know about Lisbeth.
Why, she was a fetching young lass. Quite the fiery temper, though. She could be placid and calm 1 minute, and then suddenly she's spitting curses and swinging her nails at you like an animal. 'Tis a pity her mother died birthing her.
Indeed.
Following her mother's death, I'd raised Lisbeth like my own. In the end, the wasting sickness got her. I'd cared for her when she was sick and watched her wither away to nothing. Pity a young woman has to die in the spring of her life. Now she rests with her poor mother at the family mausoleum. The groundskeeper claims to have seen her recently. Oh man, seeing a ghost is never a good omen.
Where can I find this groundskeeper?
He's out in the gardens. You can get there through the kitchen.
Your knowledge is appreciated. Thank you.
I spoke with a maid about Lisbeth. The siblings' mother, Eveline, apparently died while giving birth to her, and the housekeeper filled the maid of her maternal absence. She said Lisbeth was a very beautiful girl with a short, violent fuse who passed away from a wasting disease. I take note of the irony of someone who was so beautiful dying of such a heinous disease that calls for the destruction of their vanity. The maid said that the groundskeeper believed to have seen Lisbeth alive. Having seen Lisbeth with my own eyes, I can only believe that this maid's frightful testimony. I'll go down to the kitchen and try to find my way out to the garden anyway.
Locked.
Sounded like something was burning in there.
Oh, this house needs a priest.
That door's opening. Is there anything else to pick up? New journal entry. Okay, so the ones that apparently the books that I find around are the ones that just give some extra backstory. Okay, there's another health pack. Once again, it's clear they've meticulously built the environs here. It's a shame that stuff on a linear path.
Help me!
Got a little stuck there. damn it. Okay, I guess that's it for the maid. Come on. Damn it. Okay, so it does go by checkpoints.
Have you noticed anything strange going on?
Apparently, Elizabeth's room was broken into last night during the commotion.
Where's her room?
I get the feeling that even playing on easy difficulty would be troublesome because I'm not used to PC controls.
Won't budge.
I still have no clue what that magic spell that I have does.
Tell me what you know about Lisbeth.
Oh, this house needs a priest.
Locked.
Okay, it seems like their striking distance is a bit iffy here. That's more than a little annoying.
Won't budge.
I guess I have to go this way. This is where the monsters came from. Okay, is this the point when the house actually opens up? There it goes again. Yeah, this does go by checkpoints. Okay. The ectoplasm was pretty effective. I dare say more effective than the bullets. Okay. Are they gonna come chase me in here? Come on. Come on, let me move. I know they're just waiting to ambush me. Okay, come on. I know you want to ambush me.
Won't budge. Stuck.
Okay, so the house doesn't completely open up. Okay, I think I'm gonna leave it there for tonight. Well, there's no denying that this game definitely definitely knows how to chill. And I know part of what's making this tough is the fact that I am not comfortable with PC controls. And I never have been. Blame the fact that I had very little experience with it. In fact, I think the last time I actually played a PC first-person shooter was, we're talking all the way back in Doom days. Maybe I should have cranked this down to easy because of that. But hell, just had to see for myself. And besides, part of what makes effective horror is never feeling completely safe. But I'd say this definitely did its job, and I definitely want to see further into it. I will admit that some of the points where the controls get the better of me definitely give me some issues, but that's more a fault of my inexperience, not the fault of the game. But definitely an effective one. Definitely an effective little horror shooter. Well, that was Clive Barker's Undying. Have any questions, comments, suggestions for other games? But keep in mind, this was a suggestion from someone who was following my stuff. Give a like, subscribe if you haven't already. Drop any suggestions or comments in the comments down below, or drop them in that Twitter right there. Next time I'm returning to AMP 3, and like I said in the last video, we're going to be picking up at the story segment. Hopefully I wouldn't have had to spend days trying to get through those side activities just to get to the next story segment. But anyway, that's for next time. Take care and game on.